To better understand segmentation, we've broken it down into 4 key considerations. It is necessary to check all the boxes in the appropriate order in order to reach optimal segmentation. Your segmentation is constantly evolving, and it's important to keep that in mind. Even when you are fully optimized, new channels and means of distributions will be coming online. The next new channel may require a new strategy for the property, so don't hesitate to re-evaluate segmentation shifts. Hotels also need to be sure they have the right technology systems in place that can store historical data and historical segmentation so they can appropriately do analysis of how changes impacted your business. At a hotel level, it's key to store historical data. If you can't analyze this change in historical segmentation, you're not going to understand how the shift of business or the shift of strategy really impacted your business in a positive or negative way. Some key questions to keep in mind when thinking about segmentation are: is it a group or individual coming in? Are they coming for leisure or for business? Essentially, are they going to pay for themselves or are they not paying for themselves? And is there a relevant demand within a certain segment? You don't want to have just one booking per day within a certain segment. You want to make sure you have a relevant amount of customers to be able to truly understand buying behavior rather than just a consumer being an outlier. Breaking apart segments into sub-segments based on certain factors helps give a true ability to analyze the data as described with the Expedia and Hotwire example in the beginning. These 4 key considerations to determine segmentation fall into the 4 major buckets of distribution: channel, cost of acquisition, price, and trade purpose. As we have discussed before, a distribution channel is simply a channel to get people to hotels. Hotel websites, online travel agencies, wholesalers are a few different distribution channels to look at how customers come to a hotel. It is important to evaluate your needs as a property. What distribution channels fill your property best? Remember, your needs today do not necessarily equate to your needs tomorrow. You need to develop a strategy for today, tomorrow, and years down the road. A few examples of things to keep in mind with distribution: if you're an independent property in a tertiary market, you may be more aligned on OTAs, corporate, and wholesale to attract business. As these are expensive in terms of distribution transaction cost, you may want to shift to having more direct bookings by allowing a personalized rates in the booking engine to entice guests to book directly rather than through third-party channels. Though the latter are beneficial at getting customers through the door who may have never been before, it's important that the operations team entices them enough to shift to booking direct on any subsequent stay. There is a common misconception in the industry that the OTAs are the sole and highest cost channel for acquiring customers. They are commonly viewed as big bad guys, which is easy to see with commission as high as 20% sometimes. But as we have seen in MOOC 1 on hotel distribution, they can still be a valuable distribution partner. In fact, from a sales and marketing perspective, your labor and bonuses paying out to sales and marketing personnel for bringing in groups could be even more expensive than what you pay to Expedia. And with directbrand.com business, you have to remember the cost of all your advertising or clicks that brought the consumer to you. Whether you're bidding on New York City Hotel on Google, which might be a $25 click, or something cheaper like the name of a hotel within a smaller city market, you know those all have associated costs. Making sure that you can manage and understand those costs is really important, and it's vital to be aware there is no no-cost channel. A hotel can get huge exposure to consumers through online travel agencies, and therefore they are a valuable player in the distribution value chain. The key from the operational perspective is you must convert them into a routine or loyal guest after that first date purchase through an OTA. The cost of acquisition is a result of distribution when looking at all channels. While acquisition costs are not a customer-facing cost, good segmentation strategy revolves around minimizing cost. If you were a hotel, ask yourself, do you know your cost of acquisition? Have they been increasing while profits haven't? The third consideration for determining segmentation is price. Pricing behavior can be a key consumer behavior indicator to help a hotel better segment. Some key questions are: did the customer buy a discounted rate, meaning they are price sensitive? What products are they buying? Do they have ancillary spending? And are they routine guests? Understanding the prices different customers in the market are willing to pay helps the hotel appropriately position itself. Is it priced appropriately for the market perception? Figuring the purpose of a trip for a customer can have large implications on how they should be segmented. If a majority of room nights sold is coming to a conference because they're coming due to work, and on a business account, you can anticipate price based off that specific behavior. Constantly thinking about why customers would be coming to the property will give you a better understanding of how you should price to entice them to come to the property. Now, a big question: is it the chicken or the egg? Does price impact customer behavior, or does the buying behavior of a hotel's customer impact price? If you don't align your price with market or consumer behavior, your value perception will be different to market perceptions, and you will either have an over or underpriced hotel for the perceived value. Maintaining brand image is important when comparing behavior and price. A great example of this is at a casino hotel in Las Vegas, the Encore. It opened right after the financial crisis of 2008. Encore, a Wynn International property, wanted to maintain a certain image of luxury. So while they maintained very high prices on direct and certain public OTA channels, oftentimes having publicly a higher price than any competitor on the Las Vegas Strip. However, they slashed rates on opaque and package channels to be able to utilize some more of these more hidden distribution channels to be able to fill the property and still optimize their profits during the downturn. Where they still hurt and had lower ADRs while the market was recovering, this allowed them to remain market leader once the market came back up. And Encore is still perceived as one of the highest value properties in Las Vegas. Thus, it is key for sales and marketing and revenue management to be in sync. Sales and marketing can target consumers with different buying behaviors, and revenue management can target consumers via different price. Finding the mix is necessary. In many cases, a hotel's segmentation from yesterday won't be applicable tomorrow. With the changing aspects of consumer behavior and the increase of new types of intermediaries, hotels have to constantly be thinking about changing their segmentation, which is something we will get into more in the next video.